Hey friends, a lot of you guys have been asking, what is the Hatch ISA? And here's what the Hatch ISA is. It's an enhanced version of Ylopo's Rhea. Basically what it does is it takes Rhea and it puts it on steroids. Now how do we do this? Simply put, it does two primary things. First off, what it does is it replaces Rhea's initial drip messages from the drips that Rhea regularly uses to our drip messages. And our drip messages have been proven and shown to drastically increase your contact rate. So that's the first big thing it does. Secondly, it alters and changes the AI dialogue flow. What I mean by that is it will literally ask questions and say things that regular Rhea does not. Let me give you a really good example. Sometimes leads respond, you probably see this all the time, with something like, I'm just kind of looking for fun. You see, what regular Rhea does is when someone says something like, I'm just looking for fun, it says, all right, no problem, let us know how we can help in the future. And I've always seen that, and I'm like, that's silly, that makes no sense, you should always ask another question. So here's what the Hatch ISA does that Rhea doesn't. It will ask that person when they say, I'm just looking for fun, it'll say, got it. So you're just kind of looking for fun or looking out of curiosity. It literally varies up that response. And then it asks this question. It says, if the ideal home came on the market sometime soon, is that something you want to go and potentially view, or would you miss out on that opportunity? You see, what the Hatch ISA is doing is it's changing that initial drip and the AI dialogue flow of your AI conversations. And that's the second big thing. Now, another big question that a lot of you guys have is, does the Hatch ISA replace Rhea? Now, it doesn't replace it, it alters it, it enhances it. So you got to still pay for Rhea, you got to pay Ylopo for Rhea, and the reason you got to do that is they have hard costs associated with all the messages being sent. And what you're doing is you're paying to upgrade again, paying to upgrade the initial drip message and the AI dialogue flow. Now here's why all of this matters. When we've compared the Hatch ISA side by side with regular Rhea, the Hatch ISA increases the amount of text being sent overall by up to 40%. The second big thing is it increases the amount of agent-ready opportunities that are created from those leads by about 20 to 25% depending on where you're at. In other words, really what you're doing is you're paying for an upgrade that helps you get more out of the leads that you already have. Also, another really interesting question a lot of you guys have asked is, how do I tell if the Hatch ISA is working? Here's the simplest way you can tell, is you look at the initial message being sent to your leads, and almost always the message that's being sent, although it varies, it definitely changes lead source, things like that, it will almost always say something to the effect of, I saw that you were looking at some homes on one of our websites. I wanted to see if you were just kind of looking for fun or to see if you plan on potentially making a move. So that's the #1 indicator. If you ever have any questions, reach out to us. We're more than willing to help you see if the Hatch ISA is actually turned on. And the last question a lot of you ask is, well, how does the Hatch ISA get set up? What do you have to do? Here's the best part. You do nothing except sign up. From there, when you sign up, we literally reach out to Ylopo and we ask them to turn it on. They go into the back end. It's almost like a light switch, and they turn the Hatch ISA on for your different lead sources. So really all you do, sign up, turn it over to us, we turn on the back end, and watch your conversations change.